Hi and welcome to Wine Around Oz. I'm Tim.
And I'm Kat.
And we are in the Pemberton region in Western Australia.
We are indeed. It's the home of some cool climate wines. Wines like Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are meant to be their flagship wine, so that's probably what we'll head off and taste today.
Now, it's not the largest region in Western Australia, nor is it the oldest. Most of the vines are really dating back only from the 80s, but we are interested to see how they go growing their flagship wine. So we're going to head off and do some wine tasting.
Glug, glug, glug. We have just visited the Wine and Truffle Co in Manjimup near Pemberton in Western Australia. We tasted a few of their wines in a very rushed fashion. Chardonnay, a bit dull and boring, meant to be one of the region's strong points, but for these guys it really wasn't. Their Riesling was again a bit lacking. Nothing wrong with either of them, but they're just not very exciting. We also tried their Sauv Blanc, which was actually quite nice, and a cane cut Riesling, which is also quite enjoyable, and I'm taking one home with me. In general, it's a nice little cellar door, but as I said, it was all a bit rushed. For a Monday morning, it's surprisingly busy, but being something a little bit different, having the truffles, I think that's pretty exciting, and they'll be starting their truffle hunts at the end of May, which would also be very exciting, but we won't be here for that. But we'll enjoy this anyway.
So we've just been to Fontys Pool in the Pemberton region. We focused primarily on the whites. This is a cool climate area, so we were looking at the Sauv Blancs and the Chardonnay, and they had a Pinot, our first Pinot so far in the Pemberton region. The Sauv Blancs, they had a Reserve 08 Sauv Blanc Semillon, which was quite nice at $22. It is the limited release, so we compared that with their 09 standard release, and there's quite a lot of different texture and complexities going on. It's quite straw, then you get a lot of Semillon, then it goes back to Sauv Blanc. It's a very complex wine, $22, it's a good price. Their Pinot was the other thing in particular that we wanted to try. Very cherry, very dark, not very complex, didn't really like it. Also $22, we left that one alone. But their 07 Shiraz, very nice. Lots of complexities, great fruit flavours. Obviously that lighter style, being a cool climate, but something we would highly recommend. So the Reserve Sauv Blanc and the 07 Shiraz at Fontys Pool. Everything else, a little bland. So we have just finished our lunch platter for two at Silkwood Winery. It was an extremely generous helping that they give you. We were recommended to come and do this platter, and boy, you're not disappointed by the platter. It is great with lots of cheeses, a very nice prawn dish, spring rolls, crackers, olives, grapes, you name it, it's on there, and it's massive. It totally fills up two people. $40, well worth the trip. Then comes the wines. That's when everything goes downhill. Didn't really find any wines here that I could really get my teeth into. They all just sort of swam around the very median mark. Eventually settled on an 07 Sauv Blanc as having the best teeth out of any of the wines. That's what we had with the platter, went well with it. The view here, while you eat your platter, is fantastic. There is a beautiful lake here, the grounds here are amazing, and the cellar door is very well appointed and very nice. I'll also give a very big plus for the size of the glass of wine when you buy by the glass to have with your platter. Very generous, thanks for that. So overall, if you're coming for the platter, do enjoy it, you will enjoy it, it's worth getting. As for the wines themselves, look, pretty much 0 stars. I couldn't really find one that I really liked. It was a case of settling for the best thing I could find to have with my platter. What am I going to say? Sorry.
Welcome to Salitage. We've just had an excellent tasting here. We tasted mainly in their Salitage range. They also have a treehouse range. Their wines across the board are pretty damn good. They've got a lovely Sauvignon Blanc, some really tasty Chardonnays, both unwooded, and surprisingly the wooded is also very, very good. Some nice Pinots, probably some of the best we've tasted in a while. They've also got a lovely Cabernet blend. All in all, pretty much everything we tasted was really good. Or great even, some of them, and the grounds are really beautiful, staff are really friendly, and it was just a great experience here. So that was Pemberton. We've had a lovely time here. It's been fantastic tasting all the region's wines. The highlight was definitely Salitage. The area itself is absolutely beautiful, and if somebody would like to give Tim and myself a job, we might even move here. So it's definitely worth paying a visit to Pemberton.